Yeah, well, that didn't end well. It didn't start well either, but I was really pleased with the middle. Bits and parts every game. That we're doing some things really well and other things not. The team knows. We just talked about. I was a little disappointed with how our effort finished, and they all know that that's the number one thing that we're trying to work on. That we're trying to be consistently the harder working team on the floor and allow that to translate. And I thought for some stretches in the game we were, but we really rolled over a little bit at the end. But this young lady next to me, on the first day I met her, I asked her to run down the right sideline and catch and shoot the ball from behind the three-point line. She looked at me and said, "Do I have to be behind the line?" And I said, "Yeah, if you want to play." And she's been in the gym, and the early shooting drills we did they weren't good, right? They weren't going in the basket. And she's kept working on it, and she's definitely the highest on the team. She hasn't taken a ton, but she's been shooting more and more every game. And in practice, they've been going in. Ray's been known as the one to make the big shots. So in the end of shooting drills, Ray's been clutch. And today, 8 for 14. It's a big day, so I was really proud of her and her performance out there shooting the basketball, which you would say probably wasn't your strength coming into the season. Nice job.
Questions?
Rochelle, when you get the first couple to go down, as you did from 3-point, how much does that boost your confidence and make you want to shoot the ball more?
I just kept wanting to shoot it, and my teammates had confidence in me, so I just kept shooting it. They tell me every day to shoot it. That's what I did.
Although not a long career, your feelings though about hitting that 20-point plateau?
Can you repeat that?
You haven't had a long career, but so far, but the feelings now about getting that 20-point game.
I didn't even know how much I had until I looked up at the second half, and it shocked me because I don't shoot threes. So when I looked up and see how many points I had, I was like, wow. I was shocked.
You didn't used to shoot
No, I didn't shoot.
Now you do.
What was it that led to both the big resurgence in the second quarter and really sort of dominating, and then also on the other end in the fourth quarter sort of sliding?
I think Rachel had a big part of the resurgence. We were making shots, and when you make shots, I think things get a little bit easier. Everybody plays a little bit better. But I think we played with a lot of energy in the second quarter. But this is the second game in a row. Obviously, we came away with the win on the last one. But third quarter, we just looked like we were dead to start. But we came off the bench, some players off the bench, picked us up a little bit and allowed us to hang even. And I don't know what happened in the fourth. You probably have to bring some more players in and ask them.
Now, do you think the difference in the game was St. John's ability to get the ball inside?
They penetrate the ball really well. I thought their ability to get the ball off the glass, get to the basket, is what they do. And I thought we countered it and forced some turnovers, 18 turnovers. So, I don't think we made it easy for them getting it in decent parts of the game, and then in other parts, we weren't as aggressive. So it definitely was a factor.
Your feeling about the overall defensive effort in this one?
You saw it. It was good at times. What do you feel about the defensive effort?
Well, yeah, it was good at times. I think we got a little tired at the end.
Well, on one hand, you're using stick in terms of measuring stick of who they are. They're the one team that actually put a scare in UConn this year. So, we're playing somebody pretty good.
No doubt. So we're not disappointed, and this is what we talk about. We've been talking about all season. We're not disappointed with the score of the game, that they beat us, that they had more points. We're a little bit disappointed with how we competed later in the game. I was really pleased. It was season high field goal percentage against a really good team. Obviously, they might have shot a season high against us, although I don't know if Oregon State did. But we had a tough time stopping them. But that's because they're good. I'm taking nothing away from St. John's. But our fight wasn't the same fight throughout the whole game. That 22-10 to start the game, that was because St. John's is good. I thought we came ready to play, and they made some plays. But once we got comfortable and we kept fighting, we got back into it, we made it competitive. And then I do think it was more us late than that, but maybe I'm wrong.
Are you starting to see now obviously it's a young team, are you starting to see some offensive leaders really sort of rising between Rachel, Deja, and Michelle?
Sure. I think the more they figure out the team concepts, everyone has a better opportunity to be productive. Schling has had big games. Jared had a big game last time. I think it's still going to continue to be a group effort, and more of them are going to have more opportunities when all of them are on the same page.